you ever heard the term bridezilla? This refers to a very stressed out bride who worries about every detail of her wedding being absolutely perfect. And she also takes many of her frustrations out on anyone and everyone around her. The process of planning a wedding has many stages and steps and can sometimes be very stressful. The most important thing to remember is to stay organized. One way to stay organized is to use some kind of binder like the one I have from my wedding to keep all of your information together and to keep up with what you've done and what you still need to get done. My wedding in April 2008 was thrown together in 3 short months and was the most amazing day of my life. With only 3 months to plan it, I didn't have any time to stress. The advice I would give to anyone planning their wedding is made up of 4 simple steps to help guide you through the process. The first thing you should do is focus on the dates and the people involved in your wedding. Choose 2 to 3 separate dates in case of any type of conflict and discuss the dates with important guests or family members and see which works best for them. You must know the approximate number of guests. This will help with booking your location, how much food you need, and other aspects of your wedding. Next, you must choose the members of your wedding. You and your fiancé should choose how many people you will each have in your bridal party. The bride will choose and ask her own bridesmaids, and the groom will choose and ask his groomsmen. You should choose the officiant of the ceremony together because this will be the person that performs the wedding ceremony. The next item on the agenda is to find a location to hold your event. First thing to ask any location is how many guests can you hold. You never want to end up in a location that can only hold 250 guests when you're expecting 400 guests. The ceremony location, you should focus on whether you want it to be indoors or outdoors. Keep in mind that any indoor location will eliminate any weather conflicts. Decide whether you want a church venue or another venue such as a garden, museum, or historical building. And also make sure and ask if there's any place there that you could also hold your reception. If not, choose your reception location close to your ceremony. And also research all the location has to offer. They might offer catering, they might offer decorating, or even music options. After you have made final decisions about your venue, you are ready to move on to the cosmetics of your event. First of all, flowers. Choose a florist that will work for you. Go to weddings done by the florist, look at pictures from previous events done by the florist, and also make sure and talk to them about your budget. Decide on your flowers, including colors of flowers, the types of flowers you're thinking about, the amount of flowers, and the placement of your flowers. Usually, your florist will have many ideas and can help you through the process. Next, choose your wedding attire. The most important part of a wedding to a bride is her dress. When picking out a dress, make sure and take family and close friends. And also make sure that the dress is right for the type of wedding that you will be hosting. Next, pick your bridesmaids' dresses. Choose a coordinating color and style and make sure and get the input of your bridesmaids. Next, you can move on to men's attire. The groom should always choose his tux or suit first, and then the groomsmen can choose theirs according to his, but they don't always have to be exactly the same. Lastly, it is time to focus on the entertainment aspect of your wedding. First of all, music. Choose your ceremony music. If your ceremony is outdoors, you're not going to be able to have an organ. Choose instruments and music according to your wedding. What instruments you'd like, if you want a singer, something of that. Next, choose your reception music. Decide whether you would like a DJ or a band. At my wedding, for the first hour, we had a mariachi band, and for the remaining time, we had a DJ. Next, you can focus on the food. This is a very important part about your wedding. Choose sure that there is a substantial amount of food for all of your guests. And remember, it is always better to have too much food than not enough. These 4 easy steps are a way of keeping the planning process of your wedding organized, relieving some of your pre-wedding stress. Don't overthink or second guess any of your decisions. Remember that there will always be people to help you along the way. And remember, stay positive. Don't let the planning get the better of you. And most importantly, stay organized. Keeping all of this in mind is a sure way to eliminate stress and the sight of Bridezilla. Thank you.
That was it. Hey, but let's do another team. Can you turn the fan on?
Oh my gosh.